Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today what we have going on is, well, an unboxing set. So far it's not looking too bad, a little dirty, but we'll take care of that just here shortly. Alright guys, before we do anything else much with this saw, it is nasty. Our cleaner of choice here on the channel, really good stuff, really highly recommend it. They have been good to us here and kept us supplied with cleaner for the last few years. Good stuff, guys. I wouldn't tell you it was if it wasn't, and you all know that. But this thing's nasty all over. Let's see if we can at least get it cleaned up. I think my goal here is with this, if the crankshaft's good, the cylinder's good and usable, is to take that 359 that I have over there. It was kind of pieced together out of a bunch of junk and make one good saw out of the two. But that's the way I like to do this. I'll hose them down with this stuff. We'll let it sit and let it do its job and come back, and you can either spray it off, blow it off with an air hose, or in this case we'll probably just wipe her down and get it clean. If I didn't say, I'd mentioned in another video the price sometimes we will pay for a carcass. You can refer back to my last video on the channel to that, but said if the cylinder is good, the full circle cranks in it and intact, I'll be happy with the purchase. But alright guys, we should be out making test cuts in no time with this one. I'm starting to think I might have made a rash decision I shouldn't have. Let's hope not though. I think we'll be alright. I'm just going to partly disassemble the saw and put it down here in. Mainly want to get this handlebar out of the way, get the tank assembly off of it, because it's all but about to fall off anyway. But like I said, my main intent when I seen it was to take that other saw. I even tore that chainsaw back down and put the crankshaft in it. There was some play in the big end of the, it's all over the channel, just search like Husqvarna 359 hot saw. There is other 359s on the channel, don't get them confused. I had one here I sold a while back. That was a really strong saw. I kind of wish I would have kept it. I didn't need to get rid of it, but I didn't need it either, if that makes sense. Really strong saw. There's a lot of video of that one on the channel. We also built a 359 for Simple Man, as well as the 357 I mentioned earlier. But that 357 I built for him was one freak of a saw. I'm sure they all run good, just mildly modded, but for what they are, 55, 56 cc's, man, they flat out just get with it. One of the bushings is still over here. That's a good thing. I don't think the one's on the other side, but we have that whole complete 359. I'd actually done some work to the cases on that saw to accept a larger cylinder, and that project kind of fell through, and I ended up putting the cheapest of cheap aftermarket cylinders I could on it, and the saw just a dog, no matter what I've done with it. I know it's just the cylinder that I use, just a complete dog. But a lot of these parts, you would be surprised, would nickel and dime you to death. The other one I bought, I had to buy the whole intake and carb track, and I paid more for all of that than I did this whole carcass. So just keep that in mind when someone tells you what they're giving for a carcass. just search one of these air horns for a 357 or 359 and look at the, you can only get at OEM this stuff for the 357, 359. There's hardly any aftermarket for it. Just look up and search what that air horn and switch assembly costs by itself. It'll blow your mind. Like I said, I had more in the carb track and everything than I did this whole carcass. I don't think that handle is really damaged that I can see. We'll look at it a little further, but I think all it needs is the AV stuff put back on it and the trigger and throttle. Operator presence lever. So I don't see any big breaks or cracks in it anywhere. Seems to be fine, so we should be able to just pop these out, take these 4 screws out, and hopefully that cylinder will pull up off of there and we can really see what the issue is. But right here's what we got going on. There's something hitting solid. I really hope it's just like a piston skirt broken. I've gotten a lot of saws in here that way. The skirts of the piston will give out, break away, and cause it to stick. What's funny is it's usually on Husky saws. Usually the steel saws, the whole thing just kind of grenades and you're just done. But mainly the ones I've gotten in there that the piston skirts are broke on have been Huskies. And there's been a lot of them. And usually it's as simple as cleaning everything up. Sometimes the cylinder will be salvageable in most cases, sometimes they're not. I'm really hoping that's the case here, that the crank's good. As easy as it spins back and forth, and I can hear the piston kind of rock at the bottom, so then again it could have ate something, who knows, but there's something locking up solid on it. Who knows, but if that cylinder's good, crankshaft's good, I'll be tickled to death. Kind of odd that they left that in there with everything else on the saw halfway missing. I don't think the cylinder, I don't know, probably hasn't been off of it ever, the way those, as tight as those things were. And a lot of you would think that a lot of us are crazy for what we give for some chainsaw carcasses. But the 044 I just got a while back, I think I've only shown it in short clips. Might have showed it in a long clip, I don't know. I got it cheaper than this. Pull the wiring up with it. Wiring actually don't look bad. That's a good thing, because that other one I have, the 359, the wiring on that thing is kind of, I've seen better days. Hopefully that one's good. Looking like exactly what happened, something with the piston. All of that seems fine. We will get rid of that garbage when we go back together. 372 clamp usually works fine. But like I said, you would be blown away at what just this piece and that little seal ring inside of the intake boot cost, as far let alone an OEM intake boot. And this air horn will blow your mind what the OEM cost on it is. It's almost and what we mean by full circle crank, you can probably see the lobes or the stuffers, I guess you could call it. Factory crank stuffers, factory full circle crank, whatever you want to call it. Those crankshafts are like $250 to buy just a crankshaft new. That cylinder, I'm not 100% sure. I'm wanting to say $150, $200 to buy that cylinder OEM. It's probably more like $200 now. and I would consider this one mint. She looks a-okay. I'm going to inspect a little further. I think that it maybe had just gotten hot. Maybe the ring was stuck. It did feel a little stiff when I pulled things loose, but as of right now it's not stuck. I can squeeze it in and out. Yeah, she's got here. That's what had it. It's slapped carbon in the squish band. There's a lot of carbon on the squish band. Maybe I can zoom in. You can see right here after I've spun it around. That is what it was. It smashed that, and I'm assuming as it was coming back up, that little lip was catching the roof of the exhaust port. Cylinder's not really scratched or anything. There's like a little carbon streak up there, but that's about it. It'll about wipe out my fingers. So I would say score on this one, guys. Most would wonder why I would want to trash one saw to fix another one, but I have all the parts on that other saw, minus like a piston. We'll probably put crank seals in it. I'll probably order us up a piston, and we'll take 2 saws and make one. I've got good muffler already modded, brand new top plastic, new starter cover. It has a 359 sticker on it, but we can peel that off and get a 357 sticker. Pull the good tank assembly off of that other saw, and you know, we'll have a good ready to go 357 XP. Like I said, I've wanted one here for a while, and here we have it. And you ain't looked at one of them cylinders. It's like a mini 372. And if you ain't ran one of these things, I ran Simple Man stock, and then we ran it full tilt, and even in stock form, they're like, well, most people know they were a factory hot rod. But anyway, guys, look forward to this in a future video. Turn on that notifications bell, give us a thumbs up, and as always, y'all have a good one.